Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, and if you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Cynthia and thanks so much for clicking on my face. So today's video, I honestly didn't know what it was going to be about. I just sat down, started doing my makeup. It's basically that. But let's just jump into the video. Okay, so starting off, I'm going to go ahead and use the Urban Decay Primer Potion to really help bring out the color that I want. You can use concealer, it does the same job, but for this time I just wanted to use the primer. It's a really good one. I do recommend it to you guys if you want to go ahead and try that. If you prefer concealer, then go ahead. It does the same job. Alrighty, so starting out with the eyeshadow look, I'm using the Morphe 3502 palette, and the first shade I'm going to hop into is going to be Hit. It's Heat, and this really nice burnt red with a hint of orange. And if you guys are wondering what brush I'm using, it's the R37 from Morphe. I believe it's from the Rose Gold collection, and what I love about this brush is that it blends out the color as I'm applying it to my crease. It doesn't leave any harsh lines or anything, and I really recommend it to you guys. It's one of my go-tos, honestly, to apply any crease shade. So the next shade that I'm going to be hopping into is going to be Ablaze, and I'm going to apply it with a Morphe M518, and I'm going to apply that a little bit above Heat, but a little bit lower than my brow bone. Now the shade that I'm applying to my brow bone is called Pure, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that comes in all of the eyeshadow palettes, and I'm going to be switching on and off to really blend those in so that there won't be any harsh lines, and it really looks like an ombre effect, and it looks like so gorgeous in pictures and in person. Alrighty, so in that little segment, I was blending out the shade Pure and Ablaze with the Morphe M504 using the shade Universal. And then going into my crease, again, I'm going to be using the shade Fire with the same brush that I used the first time, which is the R37. Now, the reason I'm going back in with even a brighter red is because I really didn't want it to look like a burnt orange. I really wanted it to look like fiery red. So, yeah. Okay, so for the outer corner, I'm going to go in with a new shade, which is called Rich. This is a really nice brown because it's more like a burgundy dark brown, and it's nice to blend it in with those bright reds. And the brush that I'm using is a Morphe M573. I actually opened it on camera, and I have like 3 of these guys, and I swear by this brush. It's so good to apply crease shades, outer corners, and all that. And I'm going back and forth between the shades Fire and Rich just to really create that nice ombre effect that we're going for. It does take a little time to get there and to really blend it out nicely, but the end result is totally worth it. So we're halfway through the eyeshadow look. Now I am just going to go ahead and hop into the shade Universal using my Morphe M504 brush. And I'm just going to do this step to clean up any harsh lines, to finish any details I need. And I'm just going to cut right now because I'm going to go cut my crease, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the products that I used. So I cut up my crease off camera, but I used the Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade 30 Light Medium, and I used the Morphe M224 brush. I also used these 2 products to clean up my brows. And then going into the glitter that I'm using on the cut crease, it's going to be a Tarte Cosmetics Chrome Paint Pot in the shade Top Yachts. And I used just some rose water to get my small brush a little bit wet so I could apply the glitter a lot easier. And the brush I'm using is the M124. This is perfect for applying glitter in any small areas where you want to be really precise because it is such a thin and small brush. It does the job for you so well. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and draw on my wing liner. What I like to do, or what I have been doing for the past couple times that I've been doing eyeliner, is stenciling it out with the Maybelline gel eyeliner from iStudio, and this is in the shade Blackest Black, and I'm using the Morphe M160 1/16 brush. This is such a tiny brush, it's so easy to maneuver. And then later on, to fill in those areas, I go in with a Tarte double take eyeliner with just the felt tip and just go on any areas where I have to fill in any lines, and just to finish off the middle part of the wing liner. So for lashes, I went ahead and curled them with the Revlon lash curler, and I have a really nice tip to make it look like you have falsies on, because I rarely ever wear falsies. The trick is to curl them root, middle, and tip, and to apply mascara on the bottom and top of the lash. And I went ahead and used the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. To prime my face, I went in with two primers, one of them being the Too Faced Hangover RX with coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin revivers. I used this one today because my face was very dry and it felt a little bit dead and I needed a little bit pick me up. And then for my pore area, which is the area where I struggle the most, I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Minimize Pores. I also recommend the Touch and Sew No Pore Blum Primer. It's really good. Alright, so for foundation, I went in with the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. Now, I go towards more full coverage foundations, and this is a light to medium coverage, and when I try to build it up, I don't really see a difference. So unfortunately, I will not be rebuying this foundation. It's a nice consistency, but it's just not the coverage that I like. So for concealer, I decided to try something new because I do struggle with my under eye circles sometimes where they look kind of gray. So I decided to try the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer with the shade Peach, and I can honestly tell a difference in my under eye area. And then for my second concealer, I did go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Beige, and it has more of a pinky tone to help out with my under eye bags and to help my eyes look a little bit more awake. So for powder, I went in with a Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade Light 01. Now this powder for some reason changes the shade of the foundation sometimes. As you can see, my foundation right now is very light, but later on it changes to more of my skin tone, and I do appreciate that, but sometimes I feel like it doesn't really control my oil just as good as the Maybelline Fit Me or a Fenty one or a Too Faced, a higher end one. I think the best one that I've ever tried is the Maybelline Fit Me, so if you guys haven't tried it out or you have it, go ahead and use it because that powder is amazing. To give color to my face, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild's Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. This is from their new collection, I believe. And the brush that I'm using is a Morphe M437. And then later on, to bronze up the face, I'm going to use an Aesthetica P12 brush. For blush, I'm using the Too Faced Love Flush Love Hangover Blush with a Morphe M530 to blend it in. Okay, So lately I've been setting my face before I apply my highlighter. So what I've been using is the Mario Badescu, I think that's how you pronounce it, the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. And then as a highlighter, I fell in love with this. This is the Wet n Wild Loose Highlighting Powder in the shade Hustle and Glow. It's so beautiful, guys. And mixed with the Makeup Revolution palette with Sophie X, I think that's what it's called, or is it Soph X? I used the white pearly shade with the champagne shade, and to apply all of those beautiful glazed donuts highlights, I used the ColourPop F5 brush, and guys, oh my god, I love this duo. To line my lips, I went in with the Kylie Jenner lip liner in the shade Bear. And then as a lipstick, I went in with the Morphe matte lipstick in the shade Honey. This combination is really nice, and I did overdraw my lips because I do have really small lips, and I like to see them a little bit more fuller. And the last step for my lips, I went in with the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade Natural Luster. This whole triple thing, whatever you want to call it, is so good, guys. I really recommend if you want to try these products out, go ahead. They are my holy grails to make my lips look a lot fuller. So the very last step is to go back in with that setting mist and just lock everything in place. So this is a completed look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video with your friends and family, whatever you want to do. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like these voiceover videos, let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and to follow me on my Facebook page as well, because I do share my Instagram posts on there as well. See you guys next time, and yeah, bye!